Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the weird and wonderful world of the Wolf Cats. Welcoming you to a new episode and yet another new series is your wonderful and mystical guide, the marvelous Mirno. New series, you say? Yes, indeed. This is a show I'd like to call the Otaku Hour, where I will take you on a journey through all things anime, from conventions to voice actors to merch and back again. In this inaugural episode, I will tell you the story of the first time I met one of my personal heroes, Vic Mignogna. It happened 3 years ago at Otaku. I actually had to convince my boyfriend's dad to take him and I down there 3 years ago. But after some convincing, I got down there, and the room that Vic was supposed to be in for his panel, he was switched with someone else because it was not going to be big enough. But I still ended up dragging my boyfriend to a room on the exact opposite end of the convention hall, thinking that the panel was going to be there, and then having to find a staff member to tell me exactly where to go. The panel was great. It was just your standard question answer. I remember having a question to ask him, but he didn't get around to it because too many other people, which was fine. I'm not even sure I would have been able to talk to him at that point anyway. So, after the panel, I went down to get in line and wait for the autograph, not realizing that his autograph location had also been moved from the first section to the middle one, and I don't really remember why. But anyway, another little thing I didn't realize about that was that Otakon at the time did ticketed autographs, which, is fine if you know that and you have a ticket. But me, being at my first large convention, didn't know that. So, for a good 45 minutes, I was stuck there, standing 6 feet away from his signing podium, just staring and crying. Now, I don't at all blame Vic for this. I mean, I don't want to send the wrong sort of feel here. Even though I would be lying if there wasn't a small part of me growing every other second that was hoping beyond hope that he would take a few seconds to at least, meet my gaze. But he was busy with dozens of other people at minimum in the line at that point. Luckily, someone had a spare ticket because they had told me that their cousin, I want to say, had ended up going to a different panel or doing something and wouldn't be coming to the signing. But before I got in. Luckily, not only is Vic a stand-up guy, but the others in the line before I got in were amazing. They offered to get this signed for me, which I have kept in my con bag for the last 3 years and have not worn. Also, I got this. Someone who had been through the line had given it to me. Mary, if you're out there and you watch this, you're the frickin' best. And if I ever see you again in person, or if you see me, you recognize me from this video, don't be afraid to introduce yourself. And prepare for a hug, because you're awesome. Also, I got this headshot, which is the greatest thing, and I need both of these framed at some point. I don't remember if I bought this or someone else had gotten it signed for me. Our little Ed headshots, which I freaking love. I also, when I finally got through the line, I ended up getting a Crow headshot signed for my boyfriend, which he also has in his bag somewhere in his room. Also, I know I'm bringing my phone out again. I'm so professional, but I don't think I have these photos on my computer from when I finally got up there. Here's the first picture. And here's one where I finally managed to get my eyes open. If you want a clearer version of those pictures, I can post them up on my community tab later, once this video goes live. And one more thing before I go, and ask you guys to do your thing. There's a large part of me that for the longest time, and I've talked to my boyfriend about this. We've been going out for 5 years now. Almost 5 years at this point. And in that time we've talked about getting married, and there's a song that I talked to him about having Vic sing at our wedding. And I am always terrified about butchering the name of this song, but it's the French one. Those of you who are familiar with Vic's songs know the one I'm talking about. And those of you who know French are probably understanding why I'm worried about butchering it. But that song is absolutely beautiful. Anyway, that comes to the end of my story and my part of this inaugural episode of the Otaku Hour. I would love for you to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you don't like it, then feel free to let me know. Tell me down in the comments. Just, try and keep it civil. And those of you who have something nice to say, feel free to go down into the comments and let me know. Tell me you're in English, if I could actually talk. Feel free to tell me your stories of encounters with Vic or any other voice actors for that matter. If you've ever met Caitlin Glass or Todd Habercorn or Chuck Huber or Aaron Dismuke, or any of those wonderful gentlemen and lady folk. Feel free to subscribe if you wish. I definitely plan to make more in this series. And I do, in fact, have a newly set up Patreon. Feel free to check it out. You can find the link over on my channel page. If you feel so generous, feel free. I will not be hurt, however, if you decide to leave that link unclicked. I have no money to give other people at the moment either. Well, it is with that I must tell you to go forth, be safe, be kind, and be a voice for good. And always remember that I frickin' love you guys. Peace out.